EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Open man, that's Ronnie Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
Here we go, set.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Ritter. And this one complete to Smith. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Had the option to hand that one off and run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Here's Lawrence. It's caught by Davis. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. 2nd and 7. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Right up the coverage, we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Well, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Ritter from the gun. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Ritter will set up to throw it. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Ritter back to throw. Touchdown! From 6 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Lawrence. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Lawrence will throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation, run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to right. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ritter to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Ronnie Bell from 6 yards away, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
A short throw there to Strange.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Again, it's Lawrence. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Visitors 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Escapes the defender.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Go.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Ritter.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
On play action, here's Ritter.
Rolling to his left.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This one swung out here to Jones.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.